BNB, we start with one of our charges. I want to give a quick update. If you refer to our analysis when the price was within this move, we mentioned how we can look for trade, and we mentioned we were expected the price to break. Since the price couldn't break, we were expect the price to retest the low. Okay, that's why we mentioned if even if we refer to the 15-minute chart when the price was here, we mentioned we can look for the sell. Okay, there was a few opportunity to look for sell. We had one opportunity, second, and also we can look for this as a third. We had three trade for sell, set sell, and this is what we get. And after we see this one, this is where we could take out all the trade, and from there we look for buy. But anyway, I didn't have the update, and when the price here, the only thing is we mentioned we can look for the down move. All right, and because we mentioned in my last analyzer, we mentioned as long as since the price couldn't break this trend line, we can expect the price drop, and we mentioned we can be within this move. Anyway, now we want to see what's the next, and in this case, we move to daily chart. As we can see, based on daily chart, we are within this correction. We mentioned we want to see how if we want to see whether we can get any trade set up for buy or not to for continuation. But as we can see, the way is moving is really corrective. And based on forward chart, still we're looking at this. We want to see how deep it can be. With the breakout of this low, the previous low, any reversal, we will be more interested to look for buy. But that's why we want to price this one turn to a DP correction and retest the previous low. Then we are from there, we need to see whether we can look for the reversal or we can look for the internal correction. That means this one turn to a DP correction again, one more drop as a 1 to 3 before we get the reversal. Because based on the daily chart as I show, we can expect this one turn to a more complex correction. But any trade setup, either buy or sell, we will be traded for for the short term within the correction. And right now, as we mentioned in my last analysis, we mentioned we can expect this one turn to a deeper correction, and even if the price retests this low, it can give us better reversal. Okay, now I want to see how we can look for trade. All right, if I put this on here, okay, if we want to look for buy, we need to get the bar correction here for trade setup for buy. Then even if we get any trade setup with the breakout of this top, we have to start to manage. Okay, but if the price drop, give any flag, we can look for sell. Mostly we can expect the price to drop, but right now we cannot confirm. If he wants to look for buy, we don't have any trade setup. If he wants to look for buy, we have to wait for the correction as a buy trade setup, similar, for example, similar to what we get here. If not, we need to get the sharp move flag, we take the trade, and with the breakout of this low, we start to manage. That's mean within this range we can look for the short-term trade. Okay, anyway, the best things is if this one can retest this low, then we can look at this flat. But because if the price reverse from here with the breakout of this top, may this one turn to internal correction, as I explained. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.